everybody, my name is Allie, also known as the Freckled Yogi. Today we are going to be doing a short and sweet yoga practice that is focused on your wrists and getting them nice and warmed up. So this is a good practice to do before your typical yoga practice, before you do something like weightlifting, or just as something to break up your day, especially if you find yourself typing a lot. It's really good to warm up those wrists, increase the mobility, and also start to strengthen those forearms a little as well. So let's get started. We're going to begin in any kind of comfortable seat. I've got an easy seat here. Kneeling would work great, or your legs could be straight as well. We're going to start sitting up really nice and tall, feeling those sits bones pressing down into your mat, shoulders stacking over the hips. You're going to reach the crown of your head up high to the sky. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Let's go ahead and extend those arms out in front of us. We're going to flex the hands so that we're pulling the fingertips back towards the face, and then trying to create as much space between the tips of your fingers as possible. Sitting up really nice and tall, still relaxing those shoulders down. And we're going to begin to squeeze those hands in, just like you're squeezing a tennis ball. And then go ahead and flex the hands again. And squeeze them in, and flex. Now we're going to continue with this really exaggerated squeeze and flex, trying to move through the full range of motion in the hands. And we're going to start to speed it up a little bit. So as you're going, you might find that the quicker speed's not quite ready for you yet. That's fine. You can keep going at that slower pace. Just make sure that you are still really extending the fingers out and squeezing the hands in. We're going to go a little faster now. So whatever pace you're going, just pick it up just a little bit. Keep flexing those hands back as much as you can. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Give your hands and those arms a nice little shake. We're going to go ahead and bring ourselves to a tabletop position. Take your left forearm, bring it down to your mat. Then you're going to pull your right knee forward, and you're going to massage along the forearm with your knee. And so as you roll that knee along, you'll see your fingers do this fun little creepy crawly thing. And go ahead and switch. So bring the right forearm down and massage it with the left knee. All right, and find your way back to a tabletop position. So again, we have the hands beneath shoulders, knees beneath the hips, trying to create as much space between the tips of the fingers as possible. Feeling the tips of the rib cage pull in. See if you can't widen those hands just a little bit more. We're going to begin to shift our weight forwards and backwards. Really pressing down into the tips of the fingers. Come to stillness. Begin to trace a big circle in one direction. And reverse those circles. Find some stillness. Keep those hands in stillness. Fingertips pointing to the top of the mat. Still pulling the tips of the ribs in a little bit. And now you are welcome to flip both of those hands so that the fingertips are pointing to the knee. Palm is face up. You might find that this is a little too intense for you, and perhaps you'd like to take it one hand at a time. So if you are going one hand at a time, I will let you know when to switch. Wherever you are, notice your breath making its way down to your belly. Go ahead and switch your hands, keeping those fingertips spread as wide as possible. flip the fingertips back to the top of the mat. We're gonna roll through our palms nice and slow, kind of just like a cat does when it's kneading a blanket. And come to stillness. Let's go ahead and flip the fingertips to the sides or the edges of our mat. Press down into the tips of the fingers, and we're going to shift our weight left and right. If you need more intensity here, you could always bring the heels of your hands a little closer together at the center of your mat. Back to stillness. Go ahead, take those fingertips up to the top of the mat. We're going to tuck the toes under, sit back on top of our heels, take some wrist rolls, and reverse those rolls. Give the hands a couple shakes, and you are all good to go. I hope you enjoyed that little wrist warm up. Ideally, you can go ahead and move into a little bit of a longer practice from here, or if this is the only time that you have for some yoga as a break in your day, then you're good to go. Get back to it, and I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you would think. As always, you can text me, and my phone number is 240-647-9285. I can't wait to hear what kind of class you would like from me next, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste.